Before this video starts, I'd like to mention that my channel is not made for kids. Some materials and language mentioned may not be appropriate for younger audiences, so sit back and relax and enjoy the video. Howdy! Welcome to the first video of 2026. I'm glad to see you again. Today we'll be finally reviewing the chase item himself, the Mattel Collection Storybook Thomas. Okay, packaging itself, there is a lot to talk about. The logo. That is the classic 90s Thomas the Tank Engine logo. But I have learned that this is a remade logo. Kudos to Extreme Trains for pointing this out. Even if the logo is a bit altered, I still love the fact that they did not use the modern Thomas & Friends logo for this specific item. It makes the item a bit more unique. It's also worth noting that the reference that was used for the packaging is actually the original manuscript for Edward's Day Out. Really impressive, I'll be honest. Shout out to Turbo 711 for this discovery. The packaging has the 80th logo, as always, and an illustration of Thomas from the books. I absolutely love the whole packaging design. It reminds me of the Owen Bell Earl packaging from the 90s. The fact that we got merchandise like this, with this kind of art style in 2025, just amazes me. At the back, there is nothing like usual. Nothing really interesting to talk about. Anyway, let's open this dude up. Editing Dalton here. I'm not gonna lie, it hurts opening one. Like, I'll be honest, he looks great in the box. I wanted to keep all of the Chase Thomas that I have in box, but at the same time, you know, they're still toys made for kids. They're meant to be opened and played with. And every time I'm reminded of that, it no longer hurts. It's okay to open one. At the end of the day, it's still a toy. Here he is, and wow, do I have a lot to say. But first, let's put him on a turntable. Alright, here is our first look at Mr. Chase item himself, Thomas the Tank Engine. I have some strong opinions on this item. First off, before I even say anything, I want to mention that I said this on my thoughts on video for the 80th anniversary. I think they just reused the same CGI face for this Thomas and added the outline details. Yup, safe to say I saw that one coming. There are some differences between the prototype and the final version. The prototype had front cab windows, white side rods, white front coupling, and illustration type prints on the smoke box. It's unfortunate that these additions were removed for the final version, because the final version that we have now is visually almost the same as the regular push-along Thomas, only with minor differences. Now let's talk about the most controversial thing about this item, the face. The face is clearly the CGI face, but without lines to resemble the Railway series. This, even if I knew it's always been that way, is a little disheartening. For an item that's meant to look different from the regular release, it's only a repaint. Though I think I get why Mattel went with this direction. Considering that this Thomas is meant to be pursued and the fact that it's not as mass-produced compared to the regular ones, it would be cheaper if Mattel would just rely on an already existing tooling for the face, only to change it with slight repaint. Though I don't see why a multi-billion-dollar toy company would worry about such a thing. I'm not defending Mattel's decision here, because I still do wish that Thomas was done justice. I am suggesting that maybe this was their thought process. And since they went in that direction, why the hell does Thomas look like he applied too much sunscreen? What, is it really that difficult to print extra details on a small face? Look, I don't want to sound like a total Debbie Downer, but a little bit more effort here would have been appreciated. Bad stuff aside, let's move on to the positives. I like the other details. The approach of the stylized illustration is very different from Playreal's take on Thomas. Similar to Playreal, the linings are done like they're hand-drawn. Even the boiler linings are like that. There is even a print on the cab roof. Neat. There's this light blue effect. I don't know exactly what it is, but I dig it. There's also this fade effect on the buffers, none at the back unfortunately. I think that's it for the positives though. Let's move on to the comparison side of the review. Here he is next to a regular push-along Thomas. There's not really much to say, besides the fact that I've already mentioned how they're almost visually the same. Again, I do wish they kept some elements of the prototype version. It would make him distinguishable at least. His cab doors are painted black. I think that's supposed to mean that his cab is open, I think. It's very evident that they share the same face mold. Thankfully, he doesn't have the rivets or the cab handles. This Thomas really is his own thing. Here we have him next to the Playrail Railway Series Thomas. The quality of design is night and day. Albeit, both of them lack some details, but Playrail is better because of the face alone. I am still happy that I have two items that's dedicated to the Railway Series. 2025 really was the right year to be a Thomas fan. And for the hell of it, here is the Earl Paperface Thomas. I just included him only because he has a Railway Series face, albeit it is just a sticker. It is amazing how much Thomas has evolved in the diecast world. Overall thoughts on this Thomas? I think he looks best if you keep him in the box. The box helps improve so much of what's missing, and taking him out of the box loses it. But I won't lie to you. I've had this little fella for a few months now, and he's kinda grown on me. Almost to the point where I'm starting to love this Thomas. It's not a "it's so bad, it's good" type of trope, rather a "it's half-baked but he's charming in his own way." My suggestion is to get two. Keep one and open the other in case you don't like him out of his box. And of course, get him while you can. He is a chase item after all. I'll give this Thomas an 8.7 out of 10. Yup, a little biased, but I've grown to like him. That'll be it for today's video, everyone. If you like to see more content, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell so that you don't miss any future videos. You can also follow my Instagram, link is in the description. Alright folks, thanks for watching and I will see you on the flip side.